Well, we had a problem in the Lagos State chapter. For me, we didn't have a fraction, because what we had was that we had a difference of opinion with regard to some of the leadership in the Lagos State chapter. And then an election was agreed. We had a truce, and an election was agreed. And then that election took place, and we have a state chairman in the name of Fatai Ibuowo. And but the other ones still remain. They're still calling themselves chairman of the party. But according to the INEC timetable and all, the leadership of the party is being led by Fatai Ibuowo. I signed the MOU. Okay. And then let me give you a historical background to that. Many people don't understand. There's a difference between merger and an alliance. A merger is when a political party loses its identity completely. When an alliance is that where you are weak, I will support you. Where I am weak, you support me. So that way we can now form a government. Now, in 2010, the NCP created an alliance with Labour Party, PRP, PAC. We call it the Coalition for a New Nigeria. It was that same coalition that gave its ticket, the first ticket, to General Muhammadu Buhari to contest election. We were the one that midwifed that particular coalition up to the point that we got a candidate in him. But we don't have money. And you know, party politics in Nigeria demand for enormous use of resources. But we have integrity, and then we believe in ourselves. So that way, when we were doing it, we now look among ourselves who is more credible to lead at that time. That was when we supported General Muhammadu Buhari. We did it all through. But the coalition, as at that time, could not deliver Muhammadu Buhari. So they were looking for people who have money to support. And then at the end of it all, that was when people like Tinubu and the rest of them in the ACA, and then the breakaway faction of the PDP, who brought in their money, the Sarakis, all of those particular PDP people came into ACN and APC and then formed that particular APC that you saw. They brought in the money, and then at the end of it all, the result was that they were able to win elections. What we did, I quote President Musa on one of our meetings. He said, at the moment now, we have no better devil than a Buhari candidature. And we know he may be autocratic, he may be fascist, as the case may be, but we needed to take over power from those particular people who are driving this country underground. Our belief, first, is the people. How are they faring? Are they okay? Are Nigerian people faring fine? Because we are a masses-based oriented political party. So the document was conscribed in such a way that it is based on a program for the Nigerian people. Okay? So unfortunately, that particular document that was being conscribed for the Nigerian people was dumped. So at the end of it, or what you see is an autocratic leadership that not depict the ideology that we believe in ab initio. And those who were to form the think tank of that particular coalition, people like Femi Falana, Balarabe Musa, Abayuana, and people like us were completely annihilated from that particular season. So we sat down and we were watching, and we were trying to give guidance. At the end of it all, nobody relates to us in terms of how governance can be done. And the document that was supposed to champion it, which was contained in the CNN document, was completely juxtaposition. Because I was there. So we kept away from that. And that is why we now decided that we will run our league by ourselves. And in 2015, we practicalized that. We didn't support any individual political party, PDP or APC. We ran a race with Martins Onovu. The NCP ran a solo race with Martins Onovu. We didn't go to anybody. We ran that particular race. But as the same goes, nothing came out of it. We couldn't even win anything. And it becomes embarrassing for me as a chairman. It's an embarrassing situation for me. Now, looking at the situation as it is now, every time somebody like you will interview me, say, Tanko, your party has been existing for almost 24 years. What can you show for you? Have you won election? There's no doubt mistakes have been made. Correction, lesson has been learned, and correction must be made. You need to look for a lesser devil where you can, somebody that can listen to you. You need somebody who can listen to you and understand your pain and pang so that you can be able to deliver in that particular respect. So we now reenacted that particular coalition called Coalition for the New Nigeria in 2017. With the same Labour Party, now we have now increased to about 35. It was Coalition for the New Nigeria, CNN, that was existing. We announced ourselves as a political grouping to develop that particular same document, to work in that particular line, help me, I help you, so that you can win something, so that you can now practice what you have been preaching. That was the position we took, that we must, as political leaders, we know now we have a common enemy who have not been able to deliver to the Nigerian people. The document of the MOUs clearly stipulates. No, I know, I understand the pain and the understanding of the Nigerian people. I just gave you a chronicle order of our challenges. If today, the NCP, who have been running for that particular long period of 24 years, have been asking for the Nigerian support, giving them a free ticket, and yet people are not coming, and we want to continue, do we become docile and keep quiet and allow this particular situation to continue? But we will not be doing a disservice to the Nigerian people. That is why we formed the coalition in the first place. That is the Coalition for a New Nigeria. Nothing is sacrosanct. Our decision was that, first of all, I must make this particular point clear. When I took over office the second period, noticing all of these particular challenges that we've had over the years, I asked the neck of the party, that was in Akure, that we must play politics. Politics is different from activism. When you play politics, you must be able to mix with people and know how you can be able to win elections. But if you remain like an NGO, you only continue to shout in this particular dispensation in this Nigeria, you will not get anywhere. Please do your research. At the end of it all, NEC gave me an express position that, and I asked them 3 times, please, if you want us to win something, we must play politics. Do I have your mandate? They say yes. Did I have your mandate? They say yes. Do I have your mandate? They say yes. It's documented in the Secretariat of the NCP.